The first day of school always made Ethan Cole uneasy. As a single dad and veteran, he'd faced worse: combat zones, sleepless nights, and the crushing silence of loss. But nothing tested his nerves like sending his daughter, Lily, into a world he couldn't protect her from. That morning, the school halls buzzed with laughter and chatter. Ethan kissed Lily on the forehead. "Be brave, sweetheart. New school, new start." She nodded, clutching her backpack tight. "I will, Daddy." Ethan turned to leave, but then he heard it, a commotion near the teacher's parking lot. A group of teenage boys surrounded a woman struggling with her car. She was young, maybe late 20s, with soft brown hair pulled into a bun and glasses slipping down her nose. She was wearing a floral blouse and holding a tote bag that read "Teach. Inspire. Repeat." The boys were mocking her, tossing her bag around, laughing. One kicked her coffee cup, spilling it across the pavement. Ethan's instincts kicked in. He didn't think, he moved. "Hey!" His voice thundered across the lot. "That's enough!" The boys froze. Ethan's tall, broad frame and military posture were enough to scatter most of them. Only one muttered, "Chill, old man," before jogging off with the others. The young teacher looked up, startled. "Thank you," she said, brushing her hair back. "I didn't mean to cause." "No need to thank me," Ethan said, picking up her tote. "You okay?" She nodded. "I'm new here. First day jitters, I guess. Name's Ethan. My daughter's starting today. And you are?" "Ms. Parker," she said, smiling softly. "Emma Parker." That smile, nervous yet strong, reminded him of the soldiers who hid their fear behind calm eyes. Ethan respected that kind of strength. Later that week, Ethan stopped by the school again. He'd been volunteering to help with the safety program. As he walked through the gym, he saw something that made him stop dead in his tracks. The same bullies, those teenage boys, were cornering a smaller student during gym class. Before Ethan could step in, Ms. Parker appeared out of nowhere. Her calm voice sliced through the noise. "Enough," she said. One boy sneered. "Or what, miss? You gonna call the principal?" Ethan started forward, but stopped when he saw her drop her bag, roll her shoulders, and take a stance so smooth, so controlled, it made him blink. Seconds later, she had the ringleader on the ground, not hurt, just humbled, his arm pinned gently but firmly. The other boys gawked. "Karate," she said coolly. "Black belt. And detention." Ethan's jaw dropped. The gym fell silent. After class, he found her in the hallway. "So, black belt, huh?" he said with a grin. Emma chuckled. 7 years. It's how I put myself through college, teaching self-defense to women and kids." Ethan laughed. "Guess I should have let you handle those punks the first day. You did what you thought was right," she said softly. "And that's rare these days." There was a pause, warm, unspoken understanding passing between two people who'd both fought their own battles. Weeks passed, and Ethan began to notice something remarkable. The boys who once bullied others now volunteered to help with the school's after-hours self-defense class, run by Ms. Parker. She transformed mockery into respect, fear into confidence. One evening, after class, Lily tugged on Ethan's sleeve. "Dad, Ms. Parker said you helped her when she was scared. That's why she started teaching the boys." Ethan looked at Emma across the gym, surrounded by students, smiling. "Maybe," he said quietly. "She helped me more." Months later, as the school year ended, the principal announced a new community program. Heroes Among Us, inspired by a teacher and a veteran who stood up for kindness when it mattered most. Ethan and Emma stood side by side as the students cheered. For the first time in years, Ethan felt peace, not the kind that comes from silence, but the kind that grows from connection. As they watched Lily and her friends laughing together, Emma leaned close and whispered, "You know, heroes come in all shapes. Sometimes they wear uniforms, and sometimes floral blouses." Ethan smiled. "And sometimes," he said, "they both meet at the right time." Moral: kindness doesn't always wear a cape or a badge. Sometimes it's a hand that reaches out, a heart that listens, or the courage to stand up for someone, even when you don't know how strong they already are.